This woman came back from either a vacation or being out, and she found on the digital scale that someone had been on it that weighed 120 pounds, and she assumed that this was her husband having an affair. Now, again, is there a very plausible scenario where a 120-pound woman is in the bathroom after having sex with this woman's husband and says, oh, let me see what I'm weighing. You know, did I lose a lot of bodily fluids in that lovemaking session? Did I sweat it out? I'd like to see if it had any effect on my weight. It's possible, I guess. I don't know what would be more upsetting for this woman, you know, that this husband had sex with another woman, or that woman weighs less than her. I could see that this would be one of those things that really like hits a nerve. You know what I mean? Like if someone's going to cheat on me, if they like cheated on me, that's bad. But if they cheated on me with a guy who has a better motorcycle than me, right? Like that might be more upsetting. Like it's like, hey, you know, the neighbor said they saw a man leaving, and he was leaving on like a 2012 Road King Custom with Reinhardt racing pipes. Like I would be like, well, that is a problem, because that's a pretty, you know, that's a guy who's he's definitely cooler than me. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of those situations where, you know, who knows what actually happened there. I mean, if I'm that guy trying to explain it, I'm always trying to think of a plausible alternate theory. You know, my first thought always, whenever anything happens, is, oh no, there's a reason for that. You can come up with a reason for that. You know, it's like it wasn't me. You know, how did that happen? You know, the question is what would be 120 pounds that he may have accidentally put on the scale? Do they have a Bernese Mountain Dog? Were they considering, you know, 2 German Shepherds? Did he want to see how many bowling balls could fit on that scale? There's any number of things that could have added up to 120 pounds. You know, there aren't a lot of graceful ways for him to get out of that. You know, I think if he doesn't say anything, he's in trouble. If he says to her, babe, you know, I don't like women that weigh that little, you know, I like women who are much larger than that, he's going to get himself in a different kind of trouble. I really don't know what the answer would be. I think he should stick with, you know, the tried and true Sexton recommendation. Everyone write this down, maybe have it tattooed somewhere on your body. I have no specific present recollection of any wrongdoing, although I acknowledge mistakes may have been made. I'd like to move forward past this unfortunate incident. That's it. I have no specific present recollection of any wrongdoing, although I acknowledge mistakes may have been made. I'd like to move forward past this unfortunate incident. So